Welcome to Ziwei University. I'm Yon Long. Diego Maradona cemented his legendary status came during the 1986 World Cup quarterfinal in Mexico. His iconic performance against England encapsulated him, the hands of God and the goals of the century. Diego Maradona was born on October 30, 1960 at 7:05 a.m. at the Polyclinic Evita Hospital in Nares, Buenos Aires, Argentina. He captained the Argentine national team to victory in the 1986 World Cup in Mexico on June 29, 1986 at 12 CST. Let's take a look at a summary of macroview and microview human burial sequencing chart for Diego Maradona at a historical moment. The initial symbol of the star S, E, G, and W symbolize strong nuclear force, consolidation, electromagnetic force, pulsation, gravitational force, attractions, and weak nuclear force, disintegration, respectively. Strong force and weak force adjustment due to inner core radioactive decay apparent in relation to body organs. The first columns of conscious mind, in relation to body motions, has total positive forces 11 and total negative forces 3. The electromagnetic and gravitationals of Krasov Wuchi actuated Maradona's mesmerizing triple-through defender like nothing, while his passing and offensive creativity make him the icon. But the weak force of Aris Chisa and the weak force of Calliope Wenchang render Maradona's complex reputation because he scored a nearly impossible goal while an unpenalized handling fouled. The second column of parents in relation to body organs has total positive forces 6 and total negative forces 4. The strong electromagnetic and weak forces of Helios Taiyang and the electromagnetic Selian tie-in render Maradona's life something of a paradox, a drama that carries the good, the bad, and the ugly. His unpenalized hands of God goal, the artistic beauties of the footballer's body in flight, was hated by some but loved by millions more. The inabilities of a few in England to move on from that goal speed to the historical processes that underpin Britain's relationship with Latin America. The third column of bless in relation to cash flow has total positive forces 13 and total negative forces 1. The strong and weak forces of Dionysus Legend render Maradona scoring the controversial hands of God goal. The strong forces of Phantasos Talang, the gravitational forces of Apollo Wenchu, and the gravitational forces of Lamsachi Yubi actuated him to say, "I'm not sorry for scoring with my hand. It was touched by God." The four columns of Celta, in relation to sexual desire, has total positive forces 2 and total negative forces 3. The negative forces outnumber the positive forces, symbolize mishap. The strong force of audacious demon actuated Maradona to address the crowd. As he spoke, people kept leaping onto the pitch to try to get close to him. The electromagnetic and weak forces of antenna Tianji rendered Maradona almost missed the 1986 World Cup after a crowd swamping him got out of control due to no close protection officer to the footballer. A madman kicked him very hard on his knee. In terms of body part, antenna Tianji symbolized hands and legs. The fifth column of actions in relation to copper has total positive forces 5 and total negative forces 0. The electromagnetic forces of Ziwei, the gravitational forces of Hermes, Tianxiang, and the electromagnetic forces of Humi actuated Maradona, the undoubted star of the show at the 1986 World Cup. The sixth column of Franz Servan in relation to siblings has total positive forces 3 and total negative forces 3. The strong electromagnetic and weak force of Irene Tantong and the strong forces of Cleo Tianyang symbolize Maradona's performance against England at the 1986 World Cup was a symbolic revenge for the Falkland War and make him cultural icon in Argentina. Chinese wisdom believe that the right time, right place, and right people are crucial for one's success. The summary of macro view and micro view human behavioral sequencing chart verify that Maradona was at least at the right time.